Hey, how's it going, P4 Peeps? It's your boy Adrian, back with another epic podcast, episode number 2. We'll be talking about the book once more, and it'll be awesome. And we have quite a few things we are thinking about as we read. What do we think about the book so far?
I really like the part where they talked about this town that was funded by Disney and was kind of corrupt. It was basically like any utopia story that you hear.
Except it wasn't a utopia. Large building flaws and strict rules.
So my first question was who is Big Brother, because they use that term to describe the town, and it's from that George Orwell book called 1984, and it's basically the dictator of the state. I didn't know that because I haven't read that book, but I should. What values did Disney install into their education system in Celebration? A lot. It was supposed to be stuff that both sides of the political spectrum could agree on, but it had corporate Cheeto grease in it. And then the parents were that's stupid.
When did Disneyland open? It was 1960 something.
Yo.
And Disney World open is 1970 something.
Most interesting one. What is the highest grossing animated Disney movie currently? It's actually Frozen 2.
I hate Frozen.
Really?
It's Frozen 2,
Really?
yeah. Came out in November.
It outperformed Frozen 1?
Yeah.
Really?
That's what Google says.
I feel like that's wrong.
I feel like it's
thought
wrong
that was
too.
a flop.
It doesn't seem right.
I thought that flopped.
I don't think it flopped.
You'd be surprised,
Oh.
Adrian.
And then I just asked, what are the Disney princesses? I focused a lot on the Disney princesses since the racist and sexist part. My questions were, what is the plot of The Little Mermaid, which most people know? Girl want feet, and...
Amen.
I've never seen
and then most people...
Aladdin, so I don't know what you mean by girl want feet.
Ariel, as in Little Mermaid.
Oh, Little Mermaid, never mind.
What's your first wish, Aladdin? Feet.
So we also have some pretty large questions on our mind while reading this. One of mine is, when did Disney start to extend their corporate reach? Basically when they realized that they could make a lot more moolah than just doing wholesome family entertainment. And also, what's happening in Celebration, Florida today, which is that town we mentioned earlier, and what are people's stories about it?
My first question is, what action can be taken against Disney's monopoly, and what is being taken against Disney's monopoly? And what does true representation of marginalized groups look like in corporate media, without it just being a cash grab?
My question leads into Caleb's, since mine's talking about racism in some of the newer movies, like Coco and Frozen and Moana, because mostly those movies were received as pretty good.
So that's all we have to say for today's episode. That's all our thoughts about the book so far and questions we have. We might write about these. See you in the next episode, P4 Peeps.